Oh, y'all are about to freak out about today's guest. Here at According to Blake, today I'm joined by my dear friend, Scot Louie. I was telling him I do not even have notes because we're just gonna girl talk it. So I don't really think I need to give him an introduction, but for those of you who don't know, he is a digital content extraordinaire. He is a chef, the founder of Dinner Plus, a reality TV star, and now an award-winning cookbook author. Scot Louie is here.
Woo! Yes. Yes. Write my bio, sister. I love that. That was an intro. Okay. Yes, in the building. Ooh, yes, I'm in the building. Hello.
I didn't even make notes because I was like, you know what? Let's just kiki. Okay, now what I do have to do though, because everybody doesn't know you. Okay, so
y'all don't?
We're going to give like a little background and then I just really want to know what Scott's thoughts are.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about styling because I think people don't. Everybody talks about Dinner Plus now.
Yes.
People talk about you being on reality TV.
Yes.
But you've lived like 6 lives. Stylist was the first life. So you have to tell us about when you started because I've heard the story, but for them.
Okay. The Stylist, Scot Louie. Oh my God. So I started really, really young.
Yes, you did.
Very young. You know, I'm a New Yorker, so I wanted to get out there,
Go.
Okay. I don't quote a lot of people a lot, but Megan Thee Stallion said this one time.
Okay.
She said, knowing nothing in life, but I gotta get rich.
Yeah.
You could check the throwback pics. I've been that bitch. Okay. And that's like, I'll just like tattoo that on my forehead, because it's the truth. It's like, as a young kid, I knew
17,
I wanted
right?
coin.
15. And your first client was Lil' Kim.
My first big
client.
I have to tell the truth.
Oh, y'all.
You know the truth.
I love. If you like Housewives, y'all about to eat this up.
So my first client was actually Danielle Stahl. Insert picture. Yes, that was the first like notable client I had.
Okay.
And then, Little Kim came. Little Kim came actually like my senior year of high school. Like I had just turned 18.
Okay.
I'm 18 in January. So yeah, I just turned 18 and that was like the first big notable client. And that's really where it all started. That's where it began. And I was like, all right, I want to do this.
But since then, you've styled Keke Palmer.
Ryan Destiny.
You still style Ryan Destiny for her press tour that she's on right now.
I do.
I mean, you've styled her past that, but your recent work there, you've styled everybody. Maya Jama.
Yeah, Kelly Rowland.
The girls.
Knowing nothing in life, but I gotta get rich. Lotto, the biggest.
So, okay, but then you transition, which is why I say that. But I guess when you start at 15, you don't want to do this. Like the things you want at 15 are so vastly different than the things that you want
1,000%.
after 30. Well, you're only lightly.
I'm 19.
You're 19. I apologize.
What do you mean?
It's only been 4 years. The things you want are very different. When did you decide, let's cook for the cam? Because you were cooking for the cam before you were talking to the cam.
Right.
Now the girls are almost more obsessed with you talking to the cam as they
love
are
my dirty laundry.
cooking to the cam. So when did you decide to cook on the cam?
Okay, so the first time I cooked on the camera was 2017.
Okay.
I was in the Familiar Bae relationship.
Yes. If y'all follow him on TikTok, then you know that he talked about Familiar Bae for a while.
Yeah, the former love of my life.
I hope he sees this.
Please. Oh, girl, we have to talk later.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was the Familiar Bae era. And I cooked dinner one night and I posted it on my story and I was like, I'm having dinner with a white woman. And everybody was like, you are so funny. And like everybody was like, this is dinner with a white woman. So I was like, okay, I made Dinner with a White Woman. So I made a page and I just started post. That's where Dinner Plus was before Dinner.
I didn't know that. So it was originally Dinner with a White Woman.
It was originally Dinner with a White Woman. And then once I decided I want to launch product, I was like, okay, we're not going to market with something called White Woman. Like, I don't need a reverse cancellation on my hands.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Yeah.
That'd be a little odd.
It'd be weird.
So, we did a soft rebrand and then I really started taking it serious. So once the rebrand to Dinner Plus happened, that's where I was like, okay, everybody used to be like, is this a white woman? Because the voice doesn't match the hands. Like it was just my hands at a point. And they were like, the voice doesn't match the hands. So then I was like, all right, let me put the face out there.
Okay.
Because people have a hard time comprehending things because it was always Dinner with a White Woman by Scot Louie. Like,
right.
the
So
Scot
therefore, I'm
Louie's right
having
there.
dinner with a white woman. I'm Scot Louie and I'm having dinner with a white woman.
Yeah.
But it didn't like, people don't, the reading comprehension skills, if we've seen nothing else.
It's very menial. It's very menial. So I had to make it plain and simple and put my big old face on the camera. And here we are today.
Did you think that it would get this big? You can be honest.
No, because it was just like a thing to do. I was always like, I'm gonna be a stylist till the day I die. I just want all the clients. I want to be the biggest stylist in the game. I will style every single day if I could. Now? Oh,
but that's every stylist friend that I have. They're either wanting to start their own brand.
Yeah.
Or not style at all. They're just like, I just don't want to style. It's tedious. Your time is not your own. It's their time.
Being a stylist is a thankless job.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. Yeah. It's like you come in and you are someone else's. You know what I'm saying? Your responsibility is to boil it down, get me clothing.
Yeah.
Make
me look good.
Make me look good. It's a service job. And at a certain point, you want to ascend past that. And I think I want to ascend past that.
Well, you've been ascending because you're on reality TV.
Lord have mercy.
On The Impact, NYC.
Lordy.
And I think, because you've talked about it too on TikTok and we've talked about it, we would have viewing nights.
Yes.
Many of which would end with you pissed off.
Yes.
With your edit.
Yes.
Now that you've done it, would you do it again?
Now that the dust has settled, now that I'm in a different space mentally, now that I have more awareness and understanding, I would do it again.
Even with the way that you feel like you edited?
Even with the way that I feel like I was edited.
I think it was jarring as a friend though, because I'm like, you want to tell your friend like, okay, it doesn't look that bad.
But it was
And
bad.
I was like, this is not, I wouldn't be your friend if you were this person that I see on the TV.
Friend.
I was like, this is in fact a really bad, this is a really shitty edit.
1,000%. I got the raw deal.
They wanted you to be the messy.
They wanted me to be the bone collector. And I was like, it's funny because you can tell so much of it's edited because I simply just don't give a fuck. I simply just don't care enough.
Yeah.
So things had to be contrived. Things had to be cut and spliced and put together. However, they can't use what you don't give them. So I have to take some accountability.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. So do you feel like, therefore, that you were coerced by production to say certain things that they could use to make you look like the bone collector? Because like you said, they can't use what you don't give. But in my head, I'm like, I know Scott don't care about this.
Right. It was... It's like when you're on hour 5 of filming...
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, we keep dancing around the topic. We keep circling the drain. It's
and
like
you could tell. Yeah, you knew what they wanted. You're OG reality TV.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, somebody's going to say this shit because I want to go home. I want to finish cooking my oxtail and lay up in the bed and rub my feet together. I don't have time to be doing this shit no much longer. So like, let's just get it done. Let's get it done. It's like, if you want me to spill the beans, if you want me to say what needs to be said, I'm going to say it. However, I do feel like there were points where things were said, where I would say things because I got a big mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm a talker. And I would say certain things in different instances that were used to move story forward. Like even like the big night where like
the fight.
I had just come back from Paris. So I hadn't filmed in 2 weeks. I hadn't seen these girls in 2 weeks. So I'm not knowing what's going on. I'm not knowing who's made up, who's still fighting, who's at odds, what scenes were being filmed, this, that, and the third. Like, I'm out living my other life. My actual life. You know what I'm saying? I was at Paris Fashion Week. I'm not in New York throwing glasses. So it was a little different to come in. And I was like, so we're all good, right? We're going on a trip. Woo! Like, I'm Scott, fucking naive.
That clip of you talking at bottom of the steps.
I was like, hold it. Hold on. I didn't come here. I just came here to dance for y'all. That's all. I didn't come here for all of this. We're fighting? For real? Like, this is real.
So did you not expect that, though? And this is not even to sound... I don't even know how it will sound. Did you not expect that?
No.
You did not think.
I didn't think it was that real. Like, you have to understand, I came in doe-eyed. I don't know these girls. I didn't have any past with these girls.
But I think that's an important thing to add.
That's an important
You did not know any of them.
I didn't know anybody. So I didn't have past history with them. So I'm coming in trying to be friends. You know, we did our preliminary things. I'm like, even the whole thing with me and Ella not following each other on Instagram, like I brought it up cheap and cheerful. They really tried to make it a thing.
A storyline.
And I'm like,
but
girl,
if they know you, then you know that that's not right. You actually didn't care.
Oh my God. I could barely give one F. I was like, what? No, girl, we didn't follow each other. It's like we hung out that one day and we all followed each other on Instagram. You didn't follow me. So I was like, okay, maybe you weren't really feeling me. That's fine. Let's move on from it. But it became a thing. And then the whole Cleo situation became a thing. And I'm just like, wait, this is real.
The girls really
This is really real. And they were really beefing. And I was like, wait. You know, like when we went to the steps, I was like, oh my God, I left my food in there. I want to eat. Like I thought it was just like, you know, like, okay, they're going to talk. They're going to hash it out. We're going to be good. We're going on this trip. Everybody's excited. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, no. When the voices started to raise and we went back in the room, I was like, wait, we can stay in our seats. Like, come on, guys.
The girls are really fighting.
The girls were really at odds. And I was like, wait, please pass me my purse and take my mic off. I'm not here for this.
So then if you went back though, then what would be the parameters by which let's say that they got another season. What would be the parameters by which you do it again?
I mean, I think I just have a certain sense of awareness and I know people's temperament now.
Yes.
And I know that, you know, certain things make people tick. So me, it's like this time around, it's about me. And it's
the Scotcha.
It's about me. It's like I'm on here to do what I came to do, hawk my product.
That's the thing.
Sell my books,
Yeah.
sell my spices.
Yep.
I'm not really interested in mingling.
So speaking of the product, speaking of the book.
Yeah.
You guys, Scott was not that excited about the book launch. And it made me say, you are not excited about the book launch.
You know, and I've told you this in private, I am my own worst enemy.
Yes.
Because I'm a Capricorn that's never pleased. And it sometimes works to my detriment.
Of course.
Because I'm not sitting in the moment and celebrating like the wins. I'm not like, yes, like, bitch, you put a book out. Like, this is real. Like
a whole book
in stores in America.
In Target.
Hello? But it's not like landing for me because I don't have the turnkey house behind the gates, you know?
Y'all, we're going to get to that because me and Scott want houses.
Bad.
Very bad.
Bad.
Really bad. Okay, so, but then it becomes a bestseller. We were at dinner.
Right.
We were at a brand dinner and you got a text from your publisher.
Right.
And your publisher was like, you were number one on the, what was it? On the soul food, Amazon soul food.
Wine and cooking. Number one. 24-hour release.
So then were you excited?
For the moment.
So you're back to not being excited.
I'm not excited.
But now you're just kind of like, well, I have to do something next. I have to follow the momentum. I have to do something next. I have to.
And it's like something I talked to my therapist about. You know, we talked about it yesterday. Shout out Madeline. Hey, girl. You know,
love a therapist.
We love her. But I talked to her about it yesterday. It's just, it's an ongoing journey for me. It's an ongoing battle. It's like so many great things happen and they happen and then they're done.
I think that's how I've been feeling.
But then what has always kind of like jolted me is when I don't have the things that I once had before, then I remember like, you had it. Don't take it for granted.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, 15-year-old Scott would be very proud of this guy.
1000%. But 15-year-old Scott is like, damn, bitch, you came this far and you still don't have that house.
Scott, that's not what
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, girl, you made it this far.
That's not what 15-year-old Scott is saying.
Maybe.
That you don't have the house. We live on the East Coast.
Right.
Perhaps 15-year-old Scott would be saying that if we lived in the South.
Maybe.
Getting a house also is not like.
I don't know why that's like the biggest accomplishment for me, but it's also just like, it's like the thing that I, like, it feels like the like most tangible thing that you could put in front of me where I'm just
But do you really think though that once you get the house that there won't be something else that you're like,
1000%.
and then it will just be something else that you don't have?
Maybe
I'll
like, get the house and I want different stonework around the pool and that's another thing.
Right.
You know, I want a bigger
stonework
kitchen.
around the pool is expensive.
Maybe I want to do some renovations. Who knows? But I want, that's my current spaces. I want to learn to be happy and I want to learn to be like pleased with things and not in a like, this is good enough pleased, but a pleased where it's like, I'm grateful. So it's like, be grateful every day. Like have that gratitude every single day. So it's like, praise him in advance, you know? Thank you, Lord.
Well, do you think though, okay, because you moved home,
Mm-hmm.
which is not in the city. It's far out. Me and you both moved
Hour and a half.
to the burbs.
The burbs.
Do you think that maybe you feel stuck because you're home? Like, would you feel less stuck if you still, but then that wouldn't have been, the thing is, you had to move home to save for this turnkey house.
Yeah. You know, okay, so after I did the show, because the show came so out of nowhere,
right.
I said, I don't have any real use for this money. So I'm not going to take this money and, you know, blow it.
Yes.
Invest it in something. I was like, girl, it's tucked away.
We're waiting for the house.
We're waiting for the house, you know? And I was like, we're going to use that plus a little more and put a deposit on the house. You know, the house process has been a process because it's the pre-approvals, it's the bidding, it's not getting it because a developer outbid you or they accepted the first offer. And now I'm sitting here with like my tail tucked between my legs. And it is frustrating. But I will say being at home it's been a blessing and a curse because I hate to state the obvious, being at home, lost 20-something pounds.
You look Ozempic we were just
allegations
the Ozempic allegations are through the roof now.
But I thank you guys.
But you've been playing tennis.
I love my tennis.
You've gotten to spend time with your sister.
Yes. She's at home. You know, she's about to go off to college in January. So I'm like, you know, this time has been great. We've gotten closer. You know, me and my mom have gotten closer. We still butt heads. Of course. You know, I'm an adult and she'll never see me as that. But that's been the upside of being at home is like, it's put me in routine. You know what I'm saying? It's put me in a position to like prioritize who I am and really also reflect. I'm in therapy now. And, you know, also a big catalyst for the working out was the familiar bae separation of it all, you know? So it's just like, I'm in my
You're separating from a lot that is familiar.
Full detachment era. I had to detach from my independence, detach from a world that felt like it would be forever, that wasn't forever, detach from friendships, detach from so much that once felt like it meant everything to me. So now it's like, I'm really not scared to lose shit because I've lost a lot.
Do you want to move back to the city?
Every time I keep
asking, I know I'm asking questions, I know, but like, where is this turnkey house? In a perfect world, where's the turnkey house?
That's so tough because in a perfect world, there's more than one turnkey house. There's like the Borum Hill house, but then there's the Amagansett house.
That's what I'm saying though, and that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get that first turnkey house and still not feel satisfied.
Yeah, but I think I'm in a space right now where I'm being forced to sit still and really, really sit in things and have a full level of appreciation. Because you get one thing and it's not enough, you get another thing and it's not enough, and I don't want to run through life like that. Because running through life never, please, it's exhausting, but also you'll never appreciate anything or anyone, and I don't want to be that person.
Do you think though that maybe you'll have to leave the city? I feel like that's what I had to do. Like I feel like I am getting more settled in the now. Now that I don't live in this city that has taught us that you always have to aspire for more.
Right.
This city does not help settle your spirit.
No. And then also, you know, I spent 9 years in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which is the home of it's not enough. You know, it's like you have a car. I bought a BMW. I bought a Mercedes-Benz. And then I was like, girl, it's not a G-Wagon, so it's not good enough. But it's like, girl, you at under 30, you bought a Mercedes.
Yes, you did.
Like 15-year-old Scott would have been real proud of that.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
But it's like you get it, it's exciting, and then it's like a toy. You know, you're excited, and then it's like, okay.
I think you might have to come out with me to the burbs.
Further.
And just buy a house in the burbs.
Yeah, I mean, that's really where I'm looking on Long Island, and I love it out there. I mean,
even though that's going to be far from me, but that's okay.
It is. You know, the thing is, I just haven't gelled with the other burbs.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's what I was trying to
The thing is, you have to gel with the burbs.
Right.
Like, it's very specific. You have to like where you're at in the burbs because it's isolated. Like, all of my friends live, the distance between us is 2 hours.
Yes.
The distance between me and Asia is about an hour and a half. Like, everybody, and then anybody that lives in the city, Brooklyn, is about an hour.
Right.
So it is like,
it's a
you
choice.
have to love where you live.
But you've already made it home.
Yeah, I think I'm
learning to love where I'm at. You know, I could see myself having a house maybe 30 minutes away. But like, I love being close to like my tennis club. I love being close to my gym. You know, like I love my Whole Foods out there. Like, I love my life out there. I know, my Sephora has everything. I drive. I everything I need is where I need it to be. So I've learned to like really adjust to being out there. It's just when I have to come in and see you guys, I'm like, oh, girl, this is an hour and a half. This is 2 hours.
And we were saying the other night, we got to leave early.
And we have to leave early. And I'm not, me, I'm the girl who I'll set up, I'm coming early and I'm leaving late.
No, but now I feel like I always am thinking about the way back.
Yeah, especially when it's late at night.
I'm always like, okay, so I need to tack on in the nighttime about 45 minutes to get home.
Yeah. Even with me, my quick drive is an hour.
Yeah.
Quick drive is an hour.
Yeah. Because you be in traffic. I'll be watching your thing.
I'm just like, I'm just like, oh Lord.
It's not moved.
It's always something on a cross island. I'm just like, oh, y'all not done working on it. Y'all been working on it since I was a kid. Shit.
But I mean, it's all happening. Okay, now I want to get into the fun stuff.
Oh, Lord.
We talked about Familiar Babe, but you talk about dating a lot on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what you're okay. So if you had to list 3 things that are your type. So the thing is, I feel like if a man walked in here, you remember when we were at Rosemary's and I was like, that's your type. And you turned around and you were like, oh, well,
I
yes.
mean, he's fine, but like, I hate when you guys say I have a type because like,
you do have a type. I looked at that.
I'm open. Familiar Bae don't look like nobody that y'all think is my type.
I bet if people saw what Familiar Bae looked like, they would be like,
they're like, oh.
My mama saw him. Of course, through, and I'm not going to tell people where he is.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Scots ex? I said, that's Scots ex. She said, Scott. I said, that's Scots ex.
Gagged.
That's Familiar Bae. It is polar opposite of what people would think.
Right.
So what is your type? Do you have a type? You gotta give me
I don't
something.
have a physical type.
Okay.
I have a type when it comes to feelings. Like I love someone who creates a safe environment for me.
Yes.
I just started talking to this guy and I told him, I was like, I like that you create an environment where I feel like I can be soft.
Yeah, we're doing lunch after this, babes.
Yeah,
we are doing lunch after this.
But like he
not
creates
you and your soft,
because I'm always in control. I'm always in charge.
Yeah.
I'm a Capricorn, but I'm also the boss in more ways than one. Yes, I own my business and all those things, but it's just like I drive the car. I'd rather drive the car because I like to be in control. Like if it's getting weird, I grab my keys, I grab my purse, and I'm out. Like I like to be in control. But I also aspire to be with someone who creates an environment where I feel I can be my softest self.
I didn't know you were in your soft girl era.
A little bit.
Because we be having to micromanage these men.
Yeah, 1000%. And I'm not K. Michelle. You can't raise a man. Sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
So is he, because we're going to talk more about him, but do you have a physical type then? If you described it, what he looked like without giving it away.
If I had to describe a physical type, I can't because like there's days where it's like
it is all over the place.
It's all over the place. It's like he could be black, white. He could be. That
is true. You do not have it. You do not have it. You do not discriminate.
Race. I don't.
You absolutely do not discriminate.
It's just it's just about how you make me feel and like what kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I like a dude who walk into a spot and I'm just like, ooh, like something can be a little bit, ooh, that ooh-ah sensation. Like I just want to see them be like, yeah, you feel me?
So is this when he walk in the spot and you say, yeah, you?
I wouldn't give him all that yet.
Oh.
But he creates an environment
because
where
the second you speak positively about a man.
And now I don't even save their numbers anymore. Like
you can't.
No. Because as soon as you do, and it really is true, as soon as you save a dude's number, it starts to get shaky. It starts to get shaky, and I'm just like, I don't like this. But I also don't like this space where it's like, we can't be soft. We can't be like
I agree.
excited. Like I talk to the girls, and it's just like, he's weird, he did this, he did that. Like the situations, I'm just like, what is wrong with y'all?
We've been seeing it.
Who raised you? Would your mother be proud that you behave like this?
It's dark out here.
Yeah. Would you want somebody to treat your mama like this?
So as a black gay man, because the thing is, I think a lot of the issues that we see that I think black women face in dating, I feel like a lot of my black gay male friends say that they're kind of up against in dating.
Yeah.
Like from the standpoint of like a black man wanting to be with a black woman and vice versa, black man want to be. Do you feel like, what are the obstacles that you feel like you're up against in dating?
I mean, there is that, where it's like, you don't really see a lot of Black gay love. You see, a lot of the time you see people who have ascended in the Black gay space who have, success and all of those things. Their partners are of a different hue.
It's like when I watched the Gerard Carmichael documentary, and it was jarring for a lot of people.
I didn't watch, but I got the highlights from you guys, and I was like, oh, won't be watching that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's valid.
Yeah.
It's valid. It's like you reach a certain height, you reach a certain degree, and you go for what you feel like is correct.
Yeah.
And it is, white ain't always right.
No.
I hate to be so curt, but it is what it is. You can have Black, gay, successful, honest, monogamous love.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. However, I have not quite encountered that yet.
Well, I have not encountered, minus the gay.
Right.
I have not encountered Black, straight, monogamous, safe love either.
Yeah.
So I guess we're both.
Emphasis on safe.
Emphasis on safe, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I'm one crash out away from a homicide charge.
I'm not gonna hold you, girl. I'm just like, oh, y'all want me to get crazy.
It's really,
Like
we were talking
bit.
about it yesterday when I was sending them voice notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost sinister at this point, the way that they act.
It's scary. And that's why I say, I'm like, would you want someone to treat your mother like this? Because Black men love their mama. They love their mama. And that's always, I'm saying, you think your mother would be proud of this?
And they would though, because that's part of the problem of why they act like that.
But would you want somebody to treat your mama like that? Would you love it if your daddy treated your mama like that?
Right. Would you love it? Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The answer is always no.
I say that, and then it's you acting crazy. I'm like, I'm gonna go there with you. I'm gonna go there with you.
Well, speaking of going there with people, because you've gone there with people on social media, etc.
Little bit.
Do you ever does it scare you, the back and forth anymore?
No.
Like, was it like something that at first you were unnerved by, and now you're like, all right, now it's like this is par for the course?
In the beginning stages, I would always consider like, oh, it's just not good for business and the brand. Now I'm like, I welcome the smoke. Because who the fuck are you talking to? But like in all honesty, it's like, who the fuck are you talking to? Because let me tell you something. I can guarantee in this life, on this earth, you would never say that to me in my face.
Absolutely not.
You would
None
not
of them would, though.
You would not have the balls to say that to me. But because you are behind a screen, because you are a monitor, because you feel like I welcome, critiques and stuff, which I do. Listen, I have a community and that's fine. But when the outsiders come in with their opinions and you don't know me and you don't follow me, you don't do your due diligence, and you come in with, I'm gonna give you that right back. I'm rat-ta-ta all day long.
What's the wildest comment or DM you've ever gotten?
It's PG-13, y'all. No, I was kidding. There's so many that come to mind.
They be in your DMs like, oh yeah, they do.
Well,
yeah,
you've seen it in Close Friends. The DMs, I'm not even gonna go there. I've gotten wild comments because I'm not scared to put the titties on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
I put the titties on the internet, so I'm not scared of that. It's like, and I like I said, I welcome the smoke. So of course there are people who are gonna be a little bit removed by it and stuff. What I think is weird and crazy is like when I get the comments from Black women, because I'm like, I'm your advocate.
What do they say?
Like, aren't you ashamed? I got a comment yesterday that says, aren't you ashamed?
Of what? Of being gay, of being Black, of
I
being
blocked
fat?
her because I really was like, I went to her page and I was like, girl, aren't you ashamed that your new growth is all the way back here? But I'm not gonna cook you like that.
Well, but that is what I hate, is that we can't cook these people the way that we want to. It's like, if we want to maintain, yes, the image and the brand deals, because I'm not about to mess up my bag going back and forth with y'all.
Right.
I promise you I won't.
No. But also,
sometimes I am like, I should.
You should. There are days where I'm like, I want to cook you the way I would cook you if you said that to me on the streets. However, it's like, I also can't say certain things to you. I can't go to hell with you, because then it becomes anti this, pro that, or whatever it is that I say to you. Because if you're gonna,
we gotta take it there. If we gonna go,
if you talk about the titties, I'm like, girl, I might get on your teeth. I might get on your hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm from New York. Like, we cut ass for a living. This is how I grew up. So it's like, I'm sparring with you. We're dancing now.
Did you see the video of Santana roasting academics?
I did not. Wait.
Woo!
Yes. I did. That's when him and Academics and Carisha were beefing like simultaneously.
But I think it popped up on my feed and it says that it was only posted like 4 days ago. So it's recent.
Oh, there's another one.
I guess allegedly, it seems, this is just, again, allegedly, because I don't know, Academics got drunk
Uh-huh.
and went live, but somehow ended up on Santana's page and was roasting Santana. And
He's obsessed with Santana.
Santana was like, you get drunk and you think about me?
Obsessed with him. He's obsessed with Santana. But I mean, rightfully so. Santana's hilarious. And
but
one thing's for
the
sure.
way he cooked him, though, I'm like, I couldn't keep my brand deals if I cooked you like that. But we should.
There's one thing I'll never do on this earth, and that's argue with a Florida bitch. Like, I'm not.
Oh, no.
A bitch from Florida, you got it. I'm going to become the biggest that day. Like,
They
no,
are.
you got it. You got it.
Even and it's like a full spectrum. Yes, we think of Santana and the rappers and all them, but then I realized like Kid Fury is from Florida. Like
Tia Kim.
the
Like someone who can just go and go and go
on all ends of the spectrum. Like it's like Kid Fury uses his to write for shows and write for. But I'm like, those from Florida.
That's a talent. It's a skill. It's a skill. Like I'm a New Yorker, you know what I'm saying? We cut your ass and stuff. I might keep up with you. But the thing is, it's something about a bitch from Florida because they also like. Let me tell you, the three people you're not gonna argue with. You're not gonna argue with somebody from Florida. That's a
not in
that's
win.
a death sentence.
Not in win.
But you're not gonna argue with a gay bitch. So you're not gonna argue with me. You're not
a gay bitch from Florida.
And then on top of that, a bitch who's funny, like someone who's funny who will like roast you and then make everybody laugh at you. It's over with. Like those are the three people you don't want to argue with. And I say this all the time.
I would never argue with Tia Kim.
I'm 2 out of the 3. So you might want to tread lightly with me. I'm 2 out of 3.
New York got it though.
No, for real. But it's
girls from New York.
The culture.
Girls from New York got that bite.
It's the culture. You know what I'm saying? This is how we grew up. But also on top of that, it's like I'm gonna say whatever to you because it's like you're not gonna beat me up. So it's
that's the biggest piece.
That's the next piece. It's like you're not gonna beat me up. So it's like you keep talking, and then when it gets crazy, then I'm just swing on you. You know, not anymore. I got a morality clause. I can't do that no more.
There was something. What happened? That's gonna bother me in my memory when you said then I'm gonna swing on you. It was something that was gonna be really. I feel like we've had so many funny moments.
A lot.
Where it is like
you're like, oh, this is. Mm-hmm.
So have you gotten any pushback about the book? Have the books and the spices? Does Dinner Plus ever get pushback? Is that ever a thing?
I mean, I've gotten pushback in the early stages where I was like showing like my Jamaican culture and stuff. A lot of people.
Do people not think you're Jamaican?
A lot of people are like, which part of Jamaica you come from? And all of, and I'm just like, girl, like I'm real life Jamaican. I started school in Jamaica. Like I'm real life Jamaican. Like for real. They're like, oh, that's not how my Jamaican people are like that. It's like if it's not how their grandmother did it, it's wrong. And I'm just like, they're like, I call them the pot police. Like you just watching my pot so hard. Like, girl, if that's how your grandmother do it, you do it. Get on the internet, do it too. Okay? And when you put out your book and your spices and you sell over 5,000 units, holla at me. Okay?
So
5,000 units of the spices sold.
So it's your oxtail. So then let's talk about oxtail. Then if they pot watching, what is the proper way to make oxtail?
Okay. Excuse me. Okay, because here's my controversial piece. I do cook oxtail like an American. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Because I put ketchup in my oxtail.
Okay, that's an American thing.
Very American thing. But I cook my oxtail like how I would make like stewed chicken. In stewed chicken, I put my good Grace ketchup. I love Grace ketchup. It has a little sweetness to it. It balances out the acidity in it. It's the same thing that I do with my oxtail. You've come over, you've eaten oxtail, you never had no complaints?
Not a single one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bitches go out and eat oxtail at a restaurant and be like, Scott's oxtail is better. Yeah, you gotta balance it out with a little bit of the ketchup. But I saw Spice and Kesha Cole the other day saying they don't put tomato, they don't put ketchup in.
They don't put anything tomato, so not even a tomato paste. They don't put tomato.
Now I don't put tomato paste in mine because tomato paste is sour, and I'm not making short ribs. I'm making oxtail.
Right.
You know, so but I do put a little ketchup in there, a little ketchup at the end when you season up the pot. I'm telling you, just thank me later.
Okay, y'all got to buy the book though.
Buy the book. The recipe's in there, and it does contain ketchup. Yes.
Well, they're gonna have to just. Deal with the ketchup.
I say this though, Tastemaker is very user friendly. It's very customizable, so you can.
And he just made that video and it was so cute.
Such a cute. I was like, wow, like girl, first of all, you kind of shitted on me because like I was like the angle.
I know, and he gave it some cinematic.
I was like, wait, hold on, girl, you kind of eating me up a little bit. I wasn't expecting this, but 10 out of 10.
What's your favorite recipe in the book? I know what everybody that talks to me like. When I come to New York, can Scott make me the oxtail stuffed shells?
Controversial. The oxtail stuffed shells are not in the book.
Oh, right.
I made the oxtail stuffed shells when the book was done. The book was already done when the stuffed shells came out.
So you see, I just love the show. Okay, so then what's your favorite recipe in the book?
All right, it's the soul bowl because the soul bowl is what got me the book deal. But
I remember that series.
I do love the ginger turmeric branzino. Like, I really feel like I did my big one with that. But there's also so many things I love. Like, I just love the book. Like, I keep a copy in my car now. Sometimes when I'm at a red light, I just be flipping through like, damn, bitch, you really wrote a book, bitch. Like, are you crazy? Like, what?
You do not be, you be flipping.
In the car. But also I keep it in there just in case like I feel like I want to cook something on the fly.
Or if somebody is around. You don't know who you gonna run into
like,
out
hey,
there.
Sweetie, look.
Here's my book. You might run into Kesha Cole. Y'all, Scott loves
I love Kesha Cole. Like, Kesha, if you watch this, in fact, I'm going to DM it to you. I love you so much. And, I had the opportunity to style her twice. And first time I was in DC, second time I wasn't available. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I really want to make Kesha Cole a fashion icon.
You got this. Well, you make her some food first and then.
I will cook for her. Oh my God, I'll cook for her and the kids. No big deal. Like, I want to be friends with her.
No, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. This is not like me being like satirical.
No. I love Kesha Cole.
Whenever he talks about Kesha Cole every single day.
Because I feel like also, y'all don't give Kesha Cole what she deserves. Kesha Cole is a national treasure, and y'all are going to know that when it's too late. I say this all the time. You need to give the girls their flowers while they're here. Kesha Cole gave it. First of all, the way it is such a solid body of work. Y'all need to give Kesha her things. First of all, Kesha gave you, that first album is a classic album. Then she gave you Frankie and Neffy. Are you kidding me? Kesha Cole is a gift that kept on giving. Anyway.
I could not stop watching that show.
That was so, holla, rest her soul. Like, are you kidding me?
And she gave us hairstyles. We were at my house last week, y'all, and we were watching I Changed My Mind.
Are you kidding me? It was like a 27-piece mullet that had like a gradient of colors. Y'all not fucking with Casey. You're not. Are you kidding me? And I want her to bring back the Gap because she looked bad with it.
Okay, so you always talk about, so Scott always references that we don't have any last living divas, right? Well, let me rephrase that. We're running out, and he is one of the last living divas.
For real.
Who are your 5? Living or not here with us anymore? The divas, like true divas, because we really don't have women anymore, because you kind of can't. Like, it's kind of like now. It's hard now, and it's like the way that it will be perceived, you cannot be.
Everybody wants to be a friend. Everybody wants to be liked. And I think that's also a big part of the problem. It's like, you don't have to be liked. You need to be respected.
Yeah.
Not liked.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you like me. I really don't care if you like me. But you will respect me. And I think some people loved Whitney Houston. Some people couldn't take Whitney Houston. But you respected her for her craft and what she gave you. What she gave you was music. What she gave you was years of talent. Diva number 1.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. So I assume she's
Diva
on
number 1.
Okay.
Mariah Carey, living diva.
Oh, well, I mean, she's a living diva.
Living diva. You don't have to like MC. But I bet you every Christmas, her yeah, I don't need to say the rest. Every Christmas, her season. Please, you put on any of her albums, classics. Yeah, there's a song on every one of her albums for somebody. Last living diva. Come on.
Was 2.
That's Diva number 2. Scot Louie. Diva number 3.
Diva number 3.
Diva number 3. Come on now, please. Let me think. Okay, Patti LaBelle. That's a living diva. First of all, she's lived so many lives. She's had like a beef in front of everyone that was like, it was like I like fun diva shade. You know what I'm saying? I love diva shade.
I love diva shade. It's not too serious.
It's not too serious.
And it never goes too far.
It's like, we don't have to swing on each other. We don't have to defame each other. But when I see you, just know I see you and I really don't see you. I'm seeing right through you. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think it's very diva coded to like cook. You know what I'm saying? Patty first of all, them Patty pies. Patty is a diva. Patty, all her years in the kitchen, her cooking show, her cooking DVDs. Like, Patty. Diva number 4, because Scot Louie is diva number 3. Patty. Okay? And I feel like diva number 5, I'm going to have to come back to y'all on that one, because I don't know.
Who is diva number 5?
I don't know. Who is my 5th diva?
We actually don't. I actually think you might have
hit the mark. You know?
Hit the mark, because I'm trying to think, maybe are there any white women who
Well, Martha Stewart. Not, you know what?
Oh, well, now, there we go. All
that's
right.
a diva.
Martha's 5.
The farm, first of all, after the divorce, to never be in love again, that's kind of iconic. It's like, you know what? I had my child. I have this wealth. I have this success. I handled my sentence. First of all, Martha Stewart did a bid. Martha Stewart's a gangster. She did a bid. Okay? Came out and got better. Martha Stewart's a G.
That's a diva.
That's a real life diva.
Okay, that's a diva.
That's a diva. So we got five.
And she still, but she will look at you. I know a editor, and she has a beautiful, shout out to Diana. She told this story on social media. Her husband did his big one on her wedding ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's stunning. She went to Martha Stewart's farm for a brand event.
Period.
And somebody on Martha's team, I guess, pulled her and was like, Martha, you have to look at this girl's ring. She said, Martha went,
Diva.
A diva.
Diva.
It's
like,
and that ring is undeniably fabulous. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, he did his. And it's just rock. You know, I just like a band and a rock. But it's beautiful. Like, it doesn't look like something I've seen, which is why everybody's always enamored by it. Martha said, and that's nice.
Moving right along. Not easily impressed. I think that's also a diva trait.
That is a diva trait.
I'll clap when I'm impressed. That is a diva trait. Like, to be honest, the space is we're too easily impressed. You know, the gatekeepers have like opened the floodgates and said, come one, come all, have a ball. And I'm not riveted.
Somebody asked me 2 nights ago, I went to dinner, and she was like, so what's exciting you in the creative space now?
Not much.
And I could not say anything. And it wasn't even from like I'm bad. I literally was like, as I was sitting there, I was like, wait.
I can't think of anything.
I was like, I cannot. I'm sure if I went home and wrecked my brain and all that, but just straight off I could not think of anything.
We consume a lot. We consume
Too much.
a lot on a daily basis, you know. I mean, I was even thinking yesterday, like, Billie Eilish's Vogue cover came out. Beyonce posted a fab photo. And like, so many things happened just yesterday.
But they get the Rihanna and ASAP.
But it gets lost
in the shuffle, though.
It's just too much at once, and it's hard to digest it. And I think that's also why it's like the bar keeps moving, and it's like we're as artists, the art gets harder and harder to appreciate because it's so much of it at once. You know, the space is crowded, and then also people who yesterday were regular people, you know, who had regular 9-to-5s. Now they have viral fame on TikTok, on social media. And then that also becomes a thing that you have to digest, is like, oh, you know, now there's a trend. Now everyone's very demure, you know, and, you know, it's like yesterday you were just a normal person. Today you are the pioneer of demure or whatever, or you whisper on the beat while you cook in couture, you know, whatever it is.
And the pressure to maintain it.
Yeah.
Like, I think even we deal with that. Like, it's like, we've had this conversation, like, I love my audience.
Yeah.
Love them. They are the only reason that I can do this, that we can do what we do.
And we love them.
And I love them, and I will always post for them.
Yeah.
Howsoever. However, comma. Living a life where your income is predicated on how much somebody gives a damn about what you are doing is draining.
Yeah. And that has always been a big thing for me from even the beginning when I started. When I started styling, I used to have to print out 8x11s. That's before the iPad was a thing, you know, where you would go to meet agents or get clients with an iPad. I had 8x11 printouts of my work. You know what I'm saying? Like old school, not to age me. But you get it.
He's only 19.
I'm only 19, y'all. Come on. Anyway, I have seen so much change, and I said I'm glad that I exist off of the internet, because this is technology, and if this crashes tomorrow,
do you have some skills? Do
you have something to fall back? Can you eat?
I tell the girls all the time, don't quit your jobs right now.
No.
I know y'all see this and you think that like entrepreneurship, and I want to be clear, we are very grateful for the space that we're in, and so blessed.
Yeah.
Do not quit your job right now.
No.
Like, in this economy?
Not today.
The girls are like, I'm about to quit and be a content creator. Why?
Do it all and do some more.
Yep.
You know? But I do think the space has kind of created an environment where everyone feels like, okay, you know, now I've gone viral for this. I have to keep doing that. And I'm like, the one thing I will say that I love about you and I is that we came on the internet just as ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
And it's worked.
And it's working. You know, I came on the internet just like, what's up, y'all? I'm a stylist first, but I happen to cook, and now I'm getting dressed in my boudoir. Step on in, you know? This is what I do. I wear glam. You know, I pop a little shit. I get on live, and I'm just like, hey, what's up? Oh, I went on a date. Oh, I went out tonight, and I like this one dude, but he got a boyfriend. You know, like, this is my life.
I asked a girl, the biggest compliment I tell people all the time. This girl told me this weekend at CultureCon. She was like, you are exactly how you are on TikTok.
1,000%.
And I was like, because baby, I don't have the space nor the energy, but that is how the brand grew. I saw this girl on TikTok. Did I send it to you? Where she talked about 5 signs of influencers that are scam artists. Or did you send it?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
5 signs that the influencers that you are consuming or like are scam artists.
Oh.
And it talked about basically like it essentially, one of the things that they did not have was that they are different off the internet, or they constantly, it's always like endless positivity and things like that.
And that's
I'm
bullshit.
like, I just got on TikTok and showed y'all that microlinks were coming out at the root of my hair.
Like,
I have small
positive.
bald spots
Minoxidil, you'll be fine.
on the sides of my head. Like, and not for clickbait. Like
No,
it is
this is my
because this is actually the life that I
This is my
live.
life.
And so I do think that it feels easier for us because our content is based around our
It's
actual
authentic.
lives and not lives we're trying to, which is why I'm always so shocked at the girls who like can set up a camera and get 6 angles of like waking up. Or like, I'm always like, wow.
Like, I think that's the brand of influencer that I don't think I'll ever be. Is
I don't
like-
have the capacity.
Like, I tried. I'm not gonna lie, I tried. but
Haven't we all?
I just don't think that's me because, first of all, I always say, and I think this is free game, that every influencer should really kind of live with. What does your audience leave your video with? Like, what is the gain? You know, when I get online, it's like, okay, I'm getting dressed, but here's how I'm putting together an outfit where my top is $10, but my shoes might be $1,200. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can recreate this look too. Also, I feel like I'm very approachable. My approach online, online
but
image is
sometimes y'all
approachable.
be taking that a little too far. Me and Scott went to dinner in Harlem. And Scott was getting in his car. My car was about to pull up. And I look over and Scott looked so concerned. And I was like, this woman, y'all, had walked up to Scott and like grabbed him. Like,
It's like, oh, hey.
we're not that approachable.
I'm friendly,
But like,
but girl, I'm
this-
playing.
I was so I didn't, because you don't know what's happening. I'm like,
Right.
all I see is that this woman got her hands on Scott.
And it's nighttime.
And it was
And she
nighttime.
had
It was
2
after
other people,
dinner.
and I was like, oh, okay, all right.
She ended up loving him. She was just saying that she loved him. But
Let me hold my purse close.
I
Hold
do
on.
think that that parasocial thing is scary.
But I think that's the big thing is like, what does your audience leave with? And it's like, we feel like we have a one-to-one connection. It feels like we're on FaceTime. Great. What are you going to get from me setting up a tripod in a Target parking lot so you can see my car pull in, so you can see me get out the car, so you can see me walk through the
And
aisle
I
of
am
Target?
impressed by it. I want to be clear. I am impressed by it.
I mean, it's work.
Because it takes patience and it takes work and it takes an attention, a very, 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 very detailed
1,000%.
like brain that I ain't got
But,
it.
I mean, I have a short attention span.
It's this
and it's
big.
gotten a bit shorter because
of TikTok.
So now I'm like,
I
girl,
watch
you gotta
all
catch
videos
me.
on like 1.52 speed now.
1,000%.
And I'm like, Blake, we can't like,
It's
we
a bit
can't
scary.
operate like this
It's
though.
a bit scary.
I can't listen to a girl tell a story time on 1 speed.
It's the same thing with me. I sometimes now can't even rewatch my videos because I'm like, oh, girl, you was
Yapping.
just going for it. Like, girl, get to the point. But catch me. What are you leaving me with? You know?
Well, I think the girls leave it a lot. Okay, so as we wrap up, we have a segment called According to.
Oh,
Today it's According to Scott.
button up my blouse for this one. Hey.
Okay, so we'll start light.
Okay.
Oxtail or curry goat?
That's not light. That is not light. Oh my God. If it gets harder than this, I have to go. Oh. I feel like her go. Jesus. Lord, my love night food. Oh. Curry goat.
I love curry goat.
I love curry goat.
I love me some curry goat.
Curry is curry. You
Now, I'm
know?
not Jamaican, so maybe I should like not talk about my opinion here, but I love curry.
That's valid. That's valid. Yeah. Oh, damn. I do love oxtail. But you know, if you've had like stew chicken, you can get the same vibe from stew chicken that you can get from oxtail. You know, because it's brown stew. But curry is curry. You know, there's no mimicking curry. Yeah, curry goat. Gun to head.
According to Scott, what is the current it bag? I think I know what you're going to say. Well, I wonder if we have different views here.
There's so many. I mean, I do want that large Andiamo.
That's what I knew you were going to say.
I really want that large Andiamo. But also, like, I do want a Margot from the row. Like, I think that's
it is
fab.
So simple and understated and fab.
And you know, the thing is, I've almost bought it not once but twice. And every time I'm like, you want to buy a house, but you also want to buy a $7,000 bag? Read the room.
You got to pick, babes.
I have to pick. But damn. And also, you know what I like? I mean, it's not my personal taste, but I've seen a lot of people with it and wear it well, is that Balenciaga rodeo bag. She's a cute girl too. You know, but like the big bag is back.
It is back.
And as a bitch
remember
with
we used to walk
hips,
around with
I
that
love
those big ass hobo bags?
Are you kidding me? And they're back. And as a bitch with hips, I like something to make me look a little bit, you know, a little
skitty.
A little skizzy, honey.
According to Scott, this is for whoever's watching who might want to take you on a date.
All right.
What is the perfect date?
I'm a big ass kid. I'm a big child.
Okay.
I want to go to Dave & Buster's. Like, I want to play.
Because we didn't go last weekend. You were like, can we go to Coney Island?
Like, that, I love to have, I want to play. I don't want to be serious. I don't want to be stuffy. I want to have fun. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to see, are you competitive? Like, can you laugh with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get some wings and some fries and play. You know, let's be kids.
Well, I love you. Let's get to lunch so you can tell me about this man.
Oh, Jesus. All right, y'all.
Scot Louie, but wait, where can they find you?
Everywhere. Scot Louie on TikTok, Instagram.
One T
and Scott, SCOT LOUIE. And then that'll lead you to everything else. You know, Dinner Plus, all of those things. Go buy my spices. Thank you.